All right.
Welcome, all my aliens, apes, and zombies. And man, we're rolling with a crew tonight. It's Crypto Novo. And we got three awesome buds from, man, all the way across. Man, where are you guys at right now? You guys are all the way
Medellin,
Colombia.
Viva la Colombia, baby.
all the way from Colombia. Let me see if I can. I think I had a map somewhere in here. All right. So
South
what we got here, I'm
America.
going to pull up my screen. All right. First of all, a round of introductions while I'm getting the map out over here. All right. Let's go. Who wants to go first? Who's in charge of this madness
Let's go with
over
the OG.
here?
I mean, you guys know me. I've been on the set a couple of times. Masnah, doing the street punks day by day. You know.
So Masnah, when you pretty much, I think you're leaving the hometown here, heading down to Colombia, and you're hitting me up because you have a big project going on down there.
We have a pretty big project. Yes.
The least.
And it's got a pretty cool message too. You know, we're saying it's key to crypto. Get your key to crypto. You know, like
It's access. This is like we're educating. Lorenzo is brushing over a lot of the friction down here in the skepticism. It's actually like a lot more friction than I expected, and people like accepting the even freaking notion of crypto anything.
Right.
But yeah, it's just so cool. Obviously, seeing NFTs like lighting culture just freaking on fire.
Speaking
of
There's
lighting
just seeing
cultures,
people
all right.
rewarded for their talents. It's just lights out. Medellin down here is just like this cultural capital. It's like just nothing but freaking dope artists like everywhere. So it's epic down here.
it's
man.
a very creative city. It's like a creative niche where a lot of people come from, and international artists. It's also a place where a lot of people, you know, from other like Nicky Jam. He's like an artist from Puerto Rico, but he made his name here. It's a place like kind of like Miami where a lot of people come, and there's a big industry. So it's always been a city like one of the biggest. It's the second biggest city in Colombia, and what we have is a niche by my graffiti crew is like kind of like hometown, like OGs too in the street scene. So my friends that are part of the graffiti crew that helped us organize everything here have been working even with the government, with the city for 15 years, making local events, making art, all this stuff. So the people that we're onboarding this weekend is gonna be, we really don't know because it's like this crazy thing that we feel it might like blow up and there's be lines and stuff. But because people are really interested in the technology and in the topic.
There's a bridge that needs to be gapped. Like there is like some, like Kinchasa was saying, there's some friction there, but it's because it's a new technology. It takes time invested to learn what's possible, how you do it. So part of what we're doing here is planting those seeds, giving that key of knowledge to the people. So, we're minting for some people. Some people are, minting on their own for the first time. We're going to have, workshops where we're onboarding people to get their MetaMask set up and just basically give them, that crypto key so they can start unlocking the doors, the possibilities, financial freedom and creative freedom. And there's just so much that can happen. There's so much talent and passion here. We're seeing, a lot of excitement.
And big shout out to all the artists that participated.
Yeah.
Perrin Designs, she's like killing it on OpenSea, Gabe Wise. There's all these artists that have been OGs, and they're really happy to share the space with new people that are coming up, like doing proposals. We have a graffiti artist here hanging out. We just minted his first work on the blockchain ever. He's an ill graph writer from 1999, one of the first, of the scene. And it might, it's a big doorway for everybody. And even for them, for Gabe to come out here, and what we provide also with money links with my crew, my thing is part of the special unlockables is the crew, the friendship that we end up like making and coming out and hanging out and doing cool projects. So that's
and that's what I see. That's what I see a lot in this space is the friendships and the connections that you build. And, I see right here, a semi-famous crypto punk right there, the man in the middle. I mean, the hair on the crypto punk matches 2260 right there. So, I mean, you can see with these roots how they're woven in, and how it could be someone simple as maybe a crypto punk owner, maybe reaching out to another street artist, and it could be another street artist reaching out to another street artist internationally. And these NFTs, the NFTs are international language. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Whoa, yeah. in international language. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when we have money and we trade it for something, that's communication of value, and like you just nailed it. Like it's this international freaking language of love. I met so many freaking dope cats through NFTs, like life-changing friendships and stuff that I've forged. And yeah, I mean, if I made up my mind about a year ago, I'm like, I have to go full time into crypto, of course. And so yeah, just kind of put my ducks in a row to do that, and I was able to get into an accelerator program and stuff through Outlier Ventures, that Web3 accelerator out of London. They're freaking epic. And I've just been, gonzo on NFTs for 3 years. I'm like, it's just, validating to some extent to see like them just go meteoric like they have, because it's just so hard to grasp for so many people. But like now that we've kind of had this moment, I guess, not just in the news and stuff, but like it's not about just the numbers or anything, but like again, it's just this social
the community and the connections
bubbles around it.
Yeah, it's so much. Like we just happened to be cruising down the street up here in Medellin, had no idea. There's like and it's barely even open. They're still designing it. It's a crypto club, cafe, bar. And like we were just over there jamming with this dude.
But this guy's
crazy.
This guy's on another level. He's a venture builder who like has mad like infrastructure. So his cat's built out, and like, he described it like, we've made some mistakes and like, like learned a lot of things, but he's just like got like crazy deals with all sorts of cats. He's opening up 300 of these units, these cafe co-working, who knows what the fuck this is sort of situation. And there's mad potential here for like d-commerce sort of shit in place too.
What it is entrepreneurship at the most,
dude.
It's the organic growth. What you're seeing is like, a lot of the money in this game. It's first people are like, well, what do you do with your Bitcoin? What do you do with your Ethereum? Well, I know what the heck I do with my Ethereum. I bought a whole bunch of NFTs with it, and I've had
NFTs all day long.
With my friends back 20, 30, 40 years ago when I was collecting baseball cards.
That is the lubricant
to stuff.
Make the culture work, baby. Like, I love thinking about Ethereum as like a resource that like I put in my car. Like I fucks with, like I kind of get from point A to point B, get my wallet up Gucci with that new fucking street punk shit. Had to cop another freaking Lorenzo street punk the other day. Yeah, dude, a freaking aped one, and like I was in the garage. Like, get the fuck out.
I got one.
Dude, commissioning my punk, and he did the stop motion animation in New York, and it was just lights out, and he animated one of my raps to it and stuff. So it was just so fun to see punks come to life. It's so cool to see how far people have taken this thing from like a meme almost, and just embracing like all sorts of ways to bring them to life creatively. I mean, you're rocking a freaking punk avatar right now. It just gets too gangster. I love it.
And you're rapping.
Did you guys see this news about 36 hours ago with the punks getting actually larva?
No, I didn't see that yet.
Oh yeah, that age up.
Yeah, I heard they're getting all Hollywood on it. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah.
So I mean, just like you're saying, like,
damn.
Someone was relaying it to me yesterday, and I forgot who I was with yet. Oh, I think I was with Tony Hedada yesterday, and he was just like, imagine your crypto punk being like one of the Star Wars characters. You're like Bib Fortuna, or you're like whoever, like in the background.
They're gonna make it rain on your ass too. Yeah. Look at me bits. I mean, they just like, it continues to be this manna from heaven just for holding on to these staple like internet artifacts. Yeah, it's
pretty incredible. When you get up and you go open your OpenSea up, and you've got like either one or a couple new NFTs that you don't even really know where they came from. I mean, you find out, but you're like, oh wait, what's this? This project dropped me that. This person sent me this, and it's just like, it's way more than just purchasing something or flipping something. There's so much more to it.
Speaking of more to it, what you guys have going on together as a central force is what is really driving me to, what's driving me to why you guys are down at a common place geographically.
Yeah,
and
we're down here seeking truth for down. This is what Chris likes to say. Our homie Chris V is also on the squad and is a freaking brilliant cat, like helping bring like the vision of what we had for the company that Easy, is on the squad of and shit. Is Cipher is spinning out of our startup studio, Crowdfounder, and Crowdfounder is like one of the top 5 whales of .eth domain names primo dope shit, but it's not about Holton. I gift more names than I probably sold, you know?
Yep.
I'm like a white hat squatter cat. But the moral of the story is there's like a freaking revolution going on right now, and we're like super early on music NFTs. It's like it's yet to be seen like what happens with music NFTs. But like we wanted to gamify the experience of rap, and like the notion that we chalk up all the time is like we're capturing lightning in a bottle. Like when you're in a freestyle, when you're in a cipher, and a cipher is like the term for like all sorts of like hip hop culture converging, breakdancing, beatboxing, rapping, spitting, just beat. Yeah. So like we have like a really, really cool story and authentic brand. What we've built, I think, is pretty special. This cat, James Wenlock, freaking boy genius out of Washington. He has made music using brainwaves and shit. We're using headgear at the University of Washington. He was covered in Vice magazine. He built our freaking beat maker, which is like this tonal engine, parses together samples, stitches them together on the fly. And like creates real melody and is rappable more often than not. So like, yeah, I could share my screen and cop the things. Like I should be logged in currently, but we're lifting this login wall and making
you can 100% share your screen. 100%, you can do that. I love when that happens.
Yeah, dude.
We went out last
my
night
friend.
to the park
We have
for
some
a
friends
minute.
visiting in on our live chat right there. Fan favorite, always in on all those streams. Thank you. So what we're looking at here is just a combination of just everything that is just cool about street art as far as music is concerned. As far as, you know, we have I just love the fact that like someone made their own kind of like their beat flow box, you know, and you can use beats off of that, you know, and you're seeing.
We love to call it Flowbot 5000. This thing is
the Flowbot 5000. That's
awesome.
Yeah,
the beat maker. It's just like it's sick because we kind of chalked this up to like basement rap. It's gritty, it's raw. Like these are these like rough cuts that like people are just taking off the top sometimes, and like they can turn out pretty epic. Some of them, you know, it's just like people just spit it and it's there. But like, you know what, we take it warts and all. Like there's actually like stories to be told out there that aren't being told, and there's cats that are gonna come out of the freaking woodwork that are just like major fuego for rappers. I'm telling you, like we're gonna be bringing talent out that would never come out.
Oh, you're gonna share them. So we went to the park last night, spun up a beat out the bot.
Adds Bluetooth to his freaking beatbox harness.
That's a beat from the algorithm, bro.
Straight out of the ether into the park in Medellin.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
really passed the mic to me. I kept putting the mic too far away from my mouth.
But it's an experience, and it was these kids from the street that got super hyped and got an ill beat and killed it, and it was just that's what it's about.
Yeah, and what we don't quite have like mobile app minting functionality quite Gucci yet, but we're like recording this new audio engineer who really is bullish on progressive web apps all the way, and I am too, because that's like a more open way in which to implement a technology, because you're just at the mercy of the Google Play and freaking Apple stores. You'd say the word crypto, and hands go up, like just, you know, it's just the open web is what's up, centralized web what's up. I want to build on .eth like all the way, and that's what like crowdfunders trying to back into as well, is looking at like not just music NFTs, you know, but also like rethinking video potentially with this project Idiot Box, which could be pretty gangster. It's sort of crowdfunded showgrams. A lot of what you might think of what CryptoPunks is sort of doing with, you know, the Hollywood shit is like, what if we could like bootstrap Netflix shit and just have like really dope curated ass YouTube like bounty style through crypto? Like this is a new crowdfunding mechanism, and if you do like, you know, a pilot that's sick and then can like mint future shows, but have like potentially, I guess the hook for it is like a marketplace for skins of the video, like players, and you have programmable lower thirds or calls to awesome, not calls to action. They're interactive, like, you know, lower thirds on the video screen that you can do stuff with. I mean, what if we made video like a two-way street and we could reach in and touch it and do stuff? Like, there's no reason we can't crowdsource like a marketplace of dope ways in which to interface with technology. Why are we as locked into these platforms that tell us how we should interface with it? Like Uniswap, their interface is on IPFS for like V1. Anyone can go back to that and it's never going to be taken down, right? So like if you want an old interface for some sort of application, Web3 gives you that. It gives you that historical record of a new way to like interact with programs. And like we could seriously do dope shit with video. But yeah, crowd founders all over the place. We're seriously thinking about this D-mail project craziness. Basically, frickin' think of like, email was the first killer app of Web 1.0. And we need to basically make a familiar interface for people to be adapted to crypto. Like I think
Masnah, before I put your screen on, there's nothing on the top.
Attaching an NFT. You just attach an NFT to an email and you like message it, but you have a subdomain on, frickin' Kinchasa.eth, and that's your magical internet money email. Like that's what like we're gonna need to start doing as like an industry is think about how we can abstract stuff away to the familiar, and it's just So I'm stoked. I don't know, we got a lot of stuff going here with this event, crowdfunder, but we're really focused pretty deeply on Cypher. But Chris V on the squad is going to be probably taking the reins on a project here. This D-mail Gambit. It's this cat we met in Medellin. I don't even know what to tell you about this venture builder, but like we're probably going to like take over and build freaking co-working space like UPS pack mail style like franchises that like literally are decentralized mail, trusted printing, close to the source shit. Like D-mail could be the digiphysical fucking bridge that like gets just through email. And it's just this familiar interface of like using mail, but like what if it became physical and we just decentralize the fuck out of it and make these like dope ass like UPS/bookstore coffee shop/ fucking door desk co-working stations that transfer into like bunks that you can sleep on. Like literally making these like as utilitarian as possible, but also like I don't know. Like I'm just totally riffing and totally jamming here, but like we've just met like this guy that has like his own metaverse shit.
Yeah.
Like and it's like
that's what it is. It works that fast. You meet someone and you go down that pathway. You go down that and it evolves your current project. And that's what this space is all about. Is that connecting? And I view when anyone views like the blockchain, it's just a bunch of blocks that are connected by a chain. If you want to break it down like that, but one of those blocks is a friendship or a connection that's going to attach those chains. That's going to evolve your process. And I'm seeing it right now with the members in your group, one from a music background, one, from doing graffiti art for, over half of his life. And then now you're bridging in maybe something that you weren't, and I don't know, I'm just saying this, for instance, maybe something you weren't too knowledgeable about is the metaverse. And now this guy has some futuristic stuff there.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this.
It was insane.
And
like,
some of the deals he's kind of got in his back pocket, like
we probably shouldn't mention.
But the fact
there was some big
like the pretty thing too is that is that like that guy. There's been these young kids that have sold 150 NFTs, and a Colombian female, Jimena Buenavida, who's going to be participating too, that also has done a lot of work. And so there's all these people that come out just because there's like the crypto cheese. And everybody like, yeah, we want it. We want to be part of it. And everybody's super happy to be part of it, no matter at what stage of it they're at or anything. It's just like, even people that have no idea.
No doubt. Dog, should I pull up my logged in version of the Beatmaker? I've got like a new branch too. I mean, can I flex my latest branch of this? Actually, I got a test.
This isn't even launched yet, right?
Yeah, dog. I got like this
test branch.
This test link.
Bust it out.
So like it's Cypher, we do a couple events a week where we throw on these beats and everybody gets to rap, and we're throwing Whale and ETH at dope flows, and it's just created this most amazing supportive community. And so we get a lot of great feedback from them, and we incorporate that into the next iterations. And so we're getting a lot more dynamic with what the bot can do with these tracks and have more of a build up and a drop. And we're adding second vocal tracks and vocal effects so you can collaborate easier with other people, bring your own beats. Like it's
that's
just
a whole
expanding.
other product we're talking too. Yeah, bring your own beats.
It's a whole other marketplace.
Yeah, it's a totally new layer. Like we tried to just do this, like let's gamify this, let's simplify it. When you see the Beatmaker right now,
access too, no?
Exactly. No barriers, no cost.
Look, we got one button. Like you just generate. Like let's go to track. You select your genre, and it takes a minute because stitching all these freaking samples together, making sense of stuff. It's basically got millions of possibilities, but we actually do still have limitations right now with like human input of like JSON code to like instruct it to some degree, right? And so it has randomness, but not like legit AI yet.
Right now, I'm Baby Louie on the bottom. Oh, here it goes.
Here we go. I know it takes a minute.
Baby Louie though, is he on their own?
Oh, we should get on.
So it drops. Now you get the drop. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So like, let's give it like
more. From Chicago, bust it out all the way. You're all the way down. No, that's not far enough. All the way down. Yo, that's how I go. Everybody drop that beat. Everybody sing that song. I'm ready here to drop along. Yo, who's next? I gotta pass the mic. I clutch the NFTs all the best. I got a bunch of punks. Don't wanna mess with punks. Let's go so cool. Everybody's in. Looking at thing over there. We gotta get over here. Across the airwaves. Everybody's waving. Hand. Let's go. Everybody's flowing. I know. I gotta pass that. Everybody's going. I gotta count those, but I'm not showing. Hand on the hand is flowing. Chicken in. Everybody's going. The turkey that's flowing. Everybody's going. You got the eyes. I got the flowing. I got head going. Yo, I gotta keep flowing because I know it's Chicago and got getting going. I gotta catch my breath. I'm flowing. Everybody's going. Everybody's know I go down because I'm flowing. Yo, you better record this because that's the best remix. I gotta show this body. Yo, he's gotta get his remix. Everybody's flowing and I'm going. I don't even know when I'm gonna click next. Everybody got it on me. That's all I know.
Got the rap coming to the cipher tomorrow. Yeah, mañana we're down in Medellin and we're on the scene. I think you mean we're gonna have to scream these ices when they wanna come up to the freaking gospel stage. This shit's like a problem, man. I got the worst gospel motherfucker gonna come around and get hostile. I got Kinchasa locks. Motherfucker go stock. I got it down like bonds and not. I don't know what I speak, but I freaking ain't that a shit. Getting all right, Reese and Chris and the friends are here.
Yo,
yeah. So that's that beat, man. So like, I don't know. That's like the first the latest iteration of the. It's got more variation now in the beats, which is kind of sick. And then there's a vocal thing next, where we can actually record and then do like vocal effects and stuff. Now it's
leveling,
sick.
But more importantly, when are you coming to the cipher? Because obviously you can flow.
Bars,
you got bars.
You gotta come through.
Once you come to the cipher, go back because we got bars like
going on. There's a lot flowing.
All right, I cut it. But yo, yeah, it's just that I don't need to. That's basically the gist of it. The recording stage, and then the art is pretty sick.
Graffiti,
you pick this like AI generated graffiti. So we trained this GAN on like a ton of images of graffiti, and then just shits out new graffiti. And you pick from a like record crate, it like rotates out. And
so zero barriers to entry. All you got to bring is flows. You don't need to make beats. You don't need to make art. You just make a flow. You can master it a little. You choose the art. And then the title, the price, how many editions, your resale royalties, boom, lazy mint. When somebody launches that, we call it launch breaking the artist. Yeah. And when the first person buys that first edition, it sends a master track to the artist. And then the clone of that is the first edition that goes to the buyer. So no fee to entry, no barrier. Maybe you make some dope NFTs here, start getting a little collector base. You use that ETH to go get some studio time. You up your game. Boom.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You're creating the own industry where they can have their own studio, just like we did here, live action. You up your game, you get that you get paid a little ETH in that game, and then you can go and you can upgrade your studio. It's perfect, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's definitely a trip. Like, it was fun just having this little twinkle in our eye. I was just jamming with Vandal. Vandal introduced me to Easy back in the day.
Yeah.
Easy was on the Zoom call pulling a heater, just like, yeah, man, rap on the blockchain, bro.
We were dude, like over a year ago,
was
we were
talking
trying to
about,
get rap battles going in the metaverse.
But he was way early.
It wasn't
You were
possible.
Vandal.
Like we tried. You'd like go into crypto voxels and hold V down with a group of people and try and rap, and like one person beatbox, and it didn't work. Then you try in Discord to like put on a track and other people rap. You have the lag. Now we have bots made in Discord, so you can play a track, like we can upload a track to YouTube, and then a native bot plays that, so there's no lag between the people that are opening their mics. So it's just crazy. We round robin, we pass the mic, we throw GIFs in the chat rap. You got to rap what people are writing or the GIFs that are going up. It's just super addictively fun.
It's gnarly, and it's super fun just making it rain on cats for like spitting and stepping up to the mic and be really inclusive and open, and like we get like tons of like cool girl rappers who like normally wouldn't rap.
A lot of really Spanish rappers. We get people rapping in like Swahili, like
dude.
Like 6
Guys from
different
Nigeria,
languages at
like
least.
here in Venezuela, nearby. I mean,
poetry slams, like people bust out guitars and saxophones in the background. It's
we've had a
crazy
sax
creative.
get broken out. Wasn't that in the
That
first
like,
major show?
Was that sax man? It was sax man, right?
That was
sax man.
Dude, that was a trip. That was so great. And then like that night, I sold Punks.eth for 5 ETH, and I just made all that rain on all the homies. So like, this is so fortuitous. Like, it was like our first cipher party, our first moment of validation. We had been working on it for months, and I was just like, they actually came. I cried that night, and it's just like cool little bow on the top, just get a little NFT mana from heaven again for a lot.
And getting deep into getting our back into the hip hop culture, like where a lot of my in my youth I was really into it, and over time it was like wasn't able to stay connected. I wasn't able to keep rapping with my friends and stuff. So getting back into that then also helped lead us to the connections with Lorenzo and the graffiti crews. And it's like all these branches and roots taken down and bearing fruit is crazy.
And then going back to that, it's like the crowd that we're going to be onboarding it's like dancers, clothes creators that are viral already. People that are really creative, they have big platforms, and they don't know about NFTs. And if you spend an hour and a half talking to them, they just tell you to come back next day and give them another half an hour because they really want to find out more. Bro, so it's amazing. It's a fun, it's like
you guys are educating is what I like to hear. You guys are out there educating them because these are artists. You guys are out there educating them because these are artists that can monetize their craft, and the NFT space is a way you can do it, and you can layer it where you can have a dancer mixed with a musician, mixed with physical artist, mixed with someone who's making the music behind it, mixed even with the producer who should get paid during all of this as well. So whoever's mixing it. So it's so layered, which is great, and I just love hearing the educational aspect where you're
it's so gonzo layered, and I feel like I'm in the presence of giants. Like these two, Easy is probably one of the best onboarders in crypto. There should be the best onboarder in crypto awards, and I think Easy's definitely in the freaking contender.
We're onboarding a friend right here. Who are we bringing into the picture? Who are we bringing into the picture? Who's cheersing over here? We're bringing a friend in. Who are we bringing in?
Yeah, we're bringing a homie. You put him on the tweet as Mobile Savage, and
mad talent.
Yo, what's good? My name is Jack, and I go by Mobile Savage on the internet. I'm a fine artist transitioning into contemporary NFT art, digital art.
Is this you right here, Mobile Savage? Do you see the screen?
That is me, yes.
All right, let's get him hooked up with a fat avatar here. Let's get him going here.
Let's get this guy up board in Yacht Club.
It's a fairly fresh Twitter, right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
But that's the cool thing. Let's evolve this through this weekend, for sure. We got it at 4. Let's get him up to 40, 400, 4,000,
Right on. Yeah, so I started in the graffiti world, street art culture. Elevated into fine art, and now fine art into NFT art, which I think is more universal, right? And as far as graffiti goes and street art goes, you want to be as omnipresent as possible, and I think this is the ultimate layer or level to that.
Something that's really interesting that I just loved about the mix between graffiti, especially when it's a piece that's going up, you're getting this physical digital blend where the physical piece is ephemeral. It's going to be there for a year or 6 months or 2 years, depending on, the weather and other taggers and stuff. But that piece that, if it's a photograph of it, it's the NFT that lives forever on the blockchain.
Yeah.
So it's such an interesting mix of
and
art.
that narrative of like more longevity out of that.
Yeah.
Like when you think of the statistics of like the fact that some gonzo, like 94% or some shit of the internet from like the 90s is like gone.
Right.
Even the Wayback Machine didn't even clock like a lot of the internet, which is gonzo. Like we think we have like this human, like we think the internet is probably the most important technological thing to ever happen. And like we've lost 97% of it. Like, and that's
And
just
then
crazy.
what's
Like,
left over, that other 3% that's left over is all copied and paste and copied and paste. Where this, you own your stuff, and there's no way that you can take it away because it's minted on the blockchain. There's no
but
way.
now that we have a way in which to put a little bit of skin in the game, and by having to pay, you actually kind of ascribe value to something digitally. And what's sick about like the other technologies, like maybe you were alluding to before, like AR and stuff, we're starting to kind of almost like not blend, but like you're starting to smear the lines between virtual and digital and physical, and it becomes blurred. So it's like very interesting to see like all these things converging, and blockchain being this base layer that like makes it all freaking lubricated and getting people to work together. Like, what a fucking concept! Like DAOs, like, and this is the year of the NFT. Next year's gonna be the year of the DAO, and Jesus fucking Christ knows what's gonna happen then. Like when like some gangster ass DAOs start just like, I don't know, dude.
It's crazy.
And next year's like the year of the DAO, and it's just gonna be weird. But
Just wait till that Novoverse DAO drops. Oh man, that's gonna be nice.
Ready.
I think another important thing that I just wanted to mention was that, part of what's happening with the art world is it is becoming decentralized as well. So with this technology, we're taking out the hierarchy of galleries and curators and folks like this who have sort of been like the gatekeepers for what culture is supposed to be and what it's like not supposed to be, and sort of just taking it all into our own hands, which is
Huge.
what I feel is like the hip hop and the graffiti and the underground. That's the intention behind it.
dude, it's such an equalizer.
It's
a
like
freaking
it's like
equalizer.
if we can
Let
get
me
people
get
onto it
something
though,
on that.
like,
Right.
but it's bringing it to the light that you don't have to be underground. Like we can bring everybody this freedom to express
Dude,
yourself,
but that's
right?
why
Let
key
me
to
spit
crypto. Like,
something
to
on my
remember
phone.
your key to crypto. Like, we actually seriously like have to like decentralize even fucking key to crypto. And this concept at least of like, I mean, in Colombia it's just gonzo. Like I feel like there's so much like corruption here and shit. And it's like they're just they're gunning down people like a couple months ago in fucking riots and shit. And like crypto is like sort of this like escape hatch. This is this ripcord.
Yeah.
This is a ripcord, bro. Like for your familia, man.
In
And like,
Colombia, they really make sure that artists are kind of like never get what they're worth. It's like they always keep you down so that you're never really like enough.
yeah.
In crypto, if you do your work and you join the community and you give your respect and you show that you're like fired and you're really like interested in it and you're down to like keep it going, then you're part of it. And that takes a process.
And you know what's
and
important is that
it's-
NFTs build a story, dog. And just how is that like that is that the social lubricant that's going to get people to adopt because they realize that like the art has value and meaning and it's potent, and like now that people can reward that skill that was like never ascribed any fucking meaning, even though like digital, like, you ever fucking Photoshop around? Yeah, it takes a little bit of doing. Like Photoshop me pussy as a mother, and like you don't think that's work? Like what is your concept of work? Like I don't know. Like I definitely like value digital art and also obviously traditional.
This is one of the first street artists that I bought. This is a Gazoo that to the moon, which is just iconic in the New York. And when I saw this, actually Justin Aversano pointed it out to me, and we went in and we just bought them because back in the day, and that's what it was back in the day, because we know that was going to live there forever. And there was actually one put out before this that we actually bought too, and it actually wasn't produced by him or through him. It was actually just someone just put it out there, and we were excited for it. And it was the wrong one, and we talked to him, and he actually made these, so we got it. And just like you guys are saying, it's something like you see this everywhere in New York, but what he's doing is like what you're saying. It's the redistribution of wealth, and he's having a say. His years of work and tagging all over the place, man. Now he's making whatever he wants to off of it. You know, same thing with you guys. You know, just like you guys are sitting there, you have that redistribution of wealth where you have a fighting chance to do it.
I mean, it's like almost incumbent on us to like actually try and like build in a decentralized way and like fund bounties to start more startups, do more shit. Like to me, that's what crowdfunders about. It's like crowdfunders like this DAO freaking little hatchery, and you know, if like we can like spin up like some killer projects, and I'm not looking to do like all these 10,000K like avatar shit. Like I don't know, that's not exactly my bag. Like I have some like other ideas for shit like pet stick. Like this is like my gateway into crypto. Just let me tell you, I have a fascination with stick. You know why? Because the stick you can get out like when you're a kid. You know, it's fucking anything in your imagination. You wield it around. It's a sword. It's a magic wand. Yeah, it's a freaking some Star Wars shit. Yeah, or it's a walking stick or talking stick, and it's like there's so much like amazing metaphors for the stick, and I love playing fetch with dogs as well, of course. And like it's just so like simple and elegant. I actually worked with Efficientist GK. I don't know if you know him on Super Rare, Known Origin, gangster ass dude. I've flanked his shit like resale, just mad gonzo returns, and we're homies. He's in Portugal. He built like a freaking Python script for Blender 3D rendering to generate tens of thousands of unique sticks as 3D renderings, OBJ files, and like I wanted to like have those with like maybe like just like an IPFS content hash that you could update when you like claim the stick in real life Pokemon Go style, AR status, and like be able to freaking
move and walk and have
IPFS hash to it, though, to have a content record associated. So like it could be like geocaching. You could tell a story and go for a hike and try and find a stick and like find meaning in nature and shit.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And like, and I don't know, like to
I'm
me,
on the
like
same
if you just
wavelength.
kept adding content records, what if a pet stick was like a way in which to catalog the natural world? What if you could pin like, oh, I just saw this rare ass fucking like beetle. Oh, gangster! Like I just got the GPS shit, and it's all in the metadata, and like, and then I just leave this stick here for like another asshole to claim. You can give NFTs, you can stake NFTs, stick them in the motherfucker. I mean,
geocache shit is going to be huge, but if you could tie some meaning to it, that would be pretty cool.
And then I think even more meta. I'm like, what if the stick is like the new browser? What if you just carry fuck the whole concept of like all of it? Like you have to throw it all out. Like really, now that we have AR, now that we have like.
Here's the next step
like,
for you.
Why even conceive of the browser?
I like to try to stay 2 steps ahead. Here's the next step for you. The new phones coming out have a LiDAR scanner on it.
I fucking dark.
So what we're doing is what almost like you're doing would be Pokemon Go style, but we're thinking of more of an urban setting because Chicago. So you walk around to like the Bean and historical pieces throughout Chicago. You 3D LiDAR scan it. You get that, it mints it for you, then you bring it back to your 3D printer and it 3D prints your mint.
Dude.
So now you have your metaphysical for you, and you can only be done. So that's a POAP, so it's a proof of attendance. You actually have to go somewhere to do it. So technically it's free to do. You just need to pay for your minting, which would be
technologists have had like a raging hard on over decentralized.
Think of every single kid in a school that goes on a field trip. Think of every single kid that goes on a field trip. They'll be able to do that, and then they can go back to school.
We have
and they print them out at schools.
We got the pipeline.
That's what
freaking ETH, dude. ETH 2 is gonna be a freaking. I just can't believe we're like pre-ETH 2. Like, I mean, what if ETH 2 is like? I don't know.
That's crazy. Like some of the first ideas that popped into my head when I found out what an NFT could do was, and we were just talking about this the other day, embedding an NFC chip in like a statue and having it do like AR shit. And the other thing was 3D printable files that you could get in your NFT and be able to print like, you know, it's a model of something. And then you get that and you fucking plug it in and then you print that out, right?
Dude, I had this crazy idea too for dopeshades.eth, which is like you print the sunglasses frames 3D printed, and I've seen like models for this and stuff. But then you have to like buy lenses like in bulk and somehow like have like d-commerce nodes, people who like are like rewarded economically for like just like cataloging some shit on a rack or like a lens and just
Right.
like making
Little drop spot for your
little
lens.
drop spots. Like think about like the fact that like to me Gmail is like disrupt the postal service. Like fuck, like I mean we could just be like piggybacking shit.
Fuck
Like
Amazon.
fuck Uber, fuck all you hoes. Like seriously, e-commerce like blows on protocol. I'm super bullish on it because like they have like this trustless arbitration system for like trying to like abstract away the fuckery of customer service shit and just have staking kind of like pull that shit into like alignment. And so e-commerce, like, it's just insane. I mean, of course, it's e-commerce.eth. Like, I have all the dope fucking names. Like, I can't stop flexing them. But I would love to see dual NFT, like, minted, like, sunglasses that you, like, crowdsource the designs of the sunglasses to get 3D printed. But then you can have burner or boss mode. So, like, oftentimes, like, the 3D printing quality probably won't be there for, like, the really dope shades, but those are just, like, burners that you can just...
You need to get shades like
burners, they're just shit. Like, the
oversized
margins on sunglasses are retarded.
Start with the oversized shades and this CryptoPunk right here.
Yeah,
your
dude,
first
your
start
punk's
right
epic.
there.
Those beanies too,
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
You got a couple ones too.
Yo, we should tell them about the key. So not only do we give the key as in knowledge, but we're for the Key to Crypto event. Kinchasa actually made a really sick. Here, I think he's gonna share right now this crypto key. And we've been,
it's on the website too. Unless I could share this real quick. But this is, do you see the key there?
Cipher.media is the website. It went live like a minute.
Word, yeah.
So this NFT is going to be given to all the artists that participate. In fact, they'll get a few of them, and like the crew helping to put it on. These keys will then give like VIP access to all future, anywhere in the world where there's a Key to Crypto in the future, Mexico, Spain, Miami, wherever it is, this key will give you the VIP access if
Money
you can
Links
get there.
International, baby. Like this dude's like so scrappy and entrepreneurial. Like I'm really stoked I met this guy. And anyway, like this was fun pushing some pixels yesterday. I turned this out. We gotta mint this shit. Yeah.
Pixel whale knows his pixels, right?
Yeah. Gotta know your way around some pixels when you're into it that deep.
You should cop my freaking OpenSea.io/Kinchasa. My pixel chain favorites are freaking too gangster for words, dog. I got like the most hilarious like set of cultural artifacts just etched into the freaking chain, all like
Pixel by pixel,
all
baby.
freaking chain gang on the pixel status, like
so far.
The Joker, I mean Shay. I mean I have a burning bank. I just want to start a revolution.
Oh, Daft Punk.
Yeah, that's Daft Punk. So I don't think he's looking at it in there, is it? No, he's not in there. No, I wasn't sharing. Yo, check this shit. Should I flex these or no?
Yeah.
Yo, check out the pixels, the pixel chain gang forever, man. I got freaking dope game, freaking graffiti, man. Did this little derivative work starring that as Kinchasa work. All right, got Pocket Biggie, burn the banks quickly. Don't give a fuck, y'all can't fucking skull bug me. No, I ain't going out like that, cause I'll be back. Terminator coming action, and I got the freaking a lot of money. Sonny's a freaking up and coming. No, he's already established. But yo. Yeah, I got Maryland, dude. Freaking Efficientist, Anonymous. Punk is not dead. Like, get the fuck out. These are like way too gangster. Like, I never listed any, but the Anonymous is like for like 5 ETH right away. Punk is not dead, bro. Like, I mean, come on. Leandro, the freaking founder of Crypto Motors and Pixel Chain, he penned that fucking pixel, bro.
That's a Leandro?
Bro.
Fuck,
that's
hot.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's like that's a big one.
That's seriously
founder for
way
like
OG.
gangster pixel.
What meant what?
Yeah,
that must have been.
That was lucky for that one. Efficientist again. I mean, Tiananmen Square ass fucking. I don't know. I love pixels, bro.
It's a dope collection.
I got these are just the favorites. I have way too many motherfucking pixel chain stock for reals. It's dangerous. Anyway, so fucking A, man. Thank
you for having us.
Yeah, shit, bro. Like,
man, we've been talking.
Yeah, I'm just rambling.
No, dude, I'm just soaking it in. It's good. I was sitting there as a fan, just watching it.
Dude, and like I feel like I took my eye off super rare when I was collecting. Like I was like, because like right when I got like balls deep into Pixel Chain when it came out, like super rare. Then like a couple months later, it was just like,
Just took off,
like you couldn't get a super rare. You
No,
just came
yeah.
out and everything, man, super rare, you know. And but like I had just gone gonzo for super rares, but like had I gone even more, like it's just it would have been cool, but I love my pixels and I like don't regret like spending money on these. Like I just think that like it's so cool to see like the fact that each hexadecimal color code of each freaking pixel is like just etched into the freaking chain.
Wow.
It's like early cave paintings like on the chain. Like people could look back hundreds of years from now, gift these to my grandchildren, and just be like, I got these like weird ass technological cave paintings. I don't know. I mean, it's cool. This Starship this Trooper is like super early mint 38.
Damn, that's crazy,
That's
bro.
an early pixie, baby. PXC for life. But yeah, the Joker series is like crazy. Jack Nicholson and then Heath Ledger. Che. I mean, red pill, blue pill, motherfucker. Like, I mean, that's actually like crazy dope. I mean, this is an ML. IBT.
My life is better than yours.
Yeah, that cat, like this one, I just had to have. I threw down 0.7 on them. I was like, dude, I'm getting one of you guys.
I give a shout out to
Wanted
Liberty
one
in
of
my
his picks.
scent rap. Yeah, but I went, Liberty has mad ability. Instead of like, Liberty, I'm all, Liberty has mad ability.
Dude, and I like this. I want to believe,
Yeah,
I bought that from a cat that I met like at this conference, and like he was like, "I'm super wet behind the ears, but I know blockchain," and I was able to be like, "Dude, hey, let's fuck around. I love pixels," like I just bought his work, and I think it's cool. I think I got another one of his, but the Joaquin Phoenix one. I commissioned a couple of my heroes, Jim Henson, Teddy Roosevelt, a couple of my fucking dogs. And then Aretha Franklin, also another one of them. But yeah, like they're just fun. I got this freaking series, The Travels of the Lady in Red. That's like way too gangster. But yeah, a bunch of early pixel chains. I made this freaking cigarette, of course. A little Rick and Morty action. This one's early as fuck. 22 dogs.
Dude, that's crazy.
I got the Supreme all spelled out. Where's the last one? Old system burning. Like I feel like I can communicate it. I flexed this to him last night. I'm like the title of the work and the Burning Bank one. Like to me, the Burning Bank and Old System Burning. Like sometimes I just like show this to people.
Yeah.
I will tweet this and be like, "This is how I feel right now."
Yeah.
And like I just don't give a fuck. Yeah. Much love,
No,
dude.
yeah.
Thanks for letting me flex my pixels. This is like my
Dude,
practice.
I love looking at it. I'm just staring at it. I totally enjoy looking at this stuff
Dude,
because
I've got a fine pixel art too at CP. I commissioned like half of these. It's hilarious. Like it's like a halfway decent guy. I got the lighting, I got the.
We're gonna be in the numbers too.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, it's fun. Girl with the pixel earring.
Pixel earring.
I have two versions
Damn,
of the
dude,
Great
no
Wave.
way.
I have two versions of the Great Wave.
Love that.
My other one's like really hi-fi, but like really well done. The other
I
Great
follow a
Wave.
guy on Crypto Nate.
That's that one. I just bought. Oh, dude, this one. Fun Alone in the Dark, dude. It's pretty dope too.
You got way
This
too
one,
many.
this one.
I'm starting to get
See
jealous.
how like
bro.
that Great Wave is just like holy
Yeah.
shit. When Pixel Chain Max, that's
Yeah,
Pixel
that's
Chain Max.
max when
They did
first
what
dropped.
64 pixel squares or the 32 or some shit. Yeah, dude, exactly. I just bought Breaking Bad the other day when I was with the cat from Albuquerque. I'm like, I gotta copy this, which
Nice.
is ironic,
That Great Wave.
Anyway, dude, this is sick. I mean, seriously, like, so fun
much
chopping
fun.
it up. I just love chopping it up.
Yeah.
Like, getting like, thanks for getting us a little bit of exposure and shit. We're trying
Yeah.
to make some moves out here, like for real. Like,
We're helping a lot.
We're really
Like,
not
not
helping,
helping, but we're doing a lot of
there's
that.
something special happening out here, man.
Connections,
For real.
links, money links.
Trying to shine a light on people that are just starting out down this road, and hopefully get some traction for
Look,
them.
we have a
and
little
change
homie
some
here.
lives.
Oh yeah,
Big
what it do?
homie. That's big. It is
What's up?
What's up?
We
What's
did-
up?
We just minted some dope
What's
shit.
going on?
Big is big. I know. I forget
Bueno, el Instagram, lo que sea.
My Instagram is big BTA, BEEK BTA.
And he said,
And yeah, this is my first time in this totally new thing. I'm pretty excited about it, and it's pretty fun.
he's when I was a kid, I would go in a bus to school, right? And he's the person I would see his graffitis in 98, 99.
Yeah.
And now we become homies. We over life, you meet people that you're similar with. And now we're back here. He lives here, and he's one of the person that we just minted his first piece on the blockchain. And it's dope. He's here. It's a person that's been working on different. He's been doing digital 3D for a while. He's been doing different stuff that really fits the space.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what we're talking about. It's a collection. It's Key to Crypto Colombia 2021. I think that's what it's called. And we're trying to make that collection be open till Sunday when we close the event Monday. And everything that we minted through them, we're gonna have some crazy little special little mints.
Oh,
Everything's gonna be super like.
Did we tell them about the screens, all the screens that we got?
Oh, wow.
The broken screens, the working screens.
Getting straight gorilla. Like the display we're gonna have is a lot of screens. We kind of went and got off secondhand from the street, some new ones, some fresh ones, some triple.
Half of them worked, right?
Some old little like
we got
Game Boys,
but the ones that didn't work, we're gonna paint on, and that will get just minted with a picture. And then you get the unlockable, which is your little screen printed.
Digi-physical, like crazy
And so,
style.
we're working with, look up Ledania, Ledania. It's a we're different worlds, but she's a young girl that's been doing murals around the world for the last 3-4 years. Colombian, punk rock, just really independent. And big shout out to her for having to do with the space, because it's gonna bring a lot of people through, and a lot of people are gonna be interested in having to do with it. And that's what it's about. It's that interchange of like everybody's platform is here. Are we gonna share it, or are we just gonna have it to be a platform? Because it's a hack. We know it's a hack. We're not on Instagram too.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's what's so cool about this time around.
It.
But with this time around, it's like there's so much white space. There's so much potential with crypto. Like there's so much reason to like always be pulling people in.
Yeah.
And just finding crossover and stuff. It's so cool. I mean, like I look at like Vandal, like Dow Records. Like he was like the OG, audio NFT motherfucker.
And now he's got people that came into Dow Records, made some NFTs, got experience, started growing their own communities, and now those people are trying to onboard 1 million people in South Africa. Like this shit is growing exponentially, and all it's doing is giving benefit to the people that are getting involved.
Yeah, but like you almost look at competition a little bit differently. Like it's just weird. Like
there's the collaborative competition where like you may overlap in some areas, but you're better off growing your community to encompass these other projects and communities and all work together. Like it's just such a different
organic
so
different way too, right?
If
you do really do it organic, we might onboard like maybe let's say all these people hear about it. Let's say 20 of them. We're doing a meeting. We found that this little beautiful crypto space that offer the space. We're doing a meeting where we're gonna onboard them there. They have screens everywhere. It's super like legit.
Yeah, and
so we're gonna invite people that came to the space to mint to get their MetaMask. Easy is he's onboarded a lot of people. He's always
I mean this is a clinic for me. So we're how to freaking like straight up gorilla onboard.
Here's your MetaMask. Here's your thing. Do your thing. Be a creative. And that's it. And don't, just do it on your own and figure it out and put it out to your bank. Do the claim. There's ways. Do it. In Colombia, it's always different. And then people maybe get empowered, start changing the way they live. They rely upon government or the banks and all these things that, we take for granted. That they just take a little bit every day.
And there's a lot of heads that aren't banked, and that's what the friction is. Like a lot of people just live more day to day, like.
And that's the reality here. That's
like
hard to understand.
Yeah, it's hard for me because I took time to adopt this shit, but like they don't have time to let's get a whole new financial system.
In Colombia,
it takes a lot of effort. Like
in Colombia, the 2 G's I spent for the koala last week are like 5 months of any person's work. Yeah. So it's ridiculous. But I'm in the game, so I'm just playing and I understand, and I've made my work from the same space, so I just keep it moving. But to them, it's
giving that opportunity.
But no, because now everything we mint, we're not doing a gallery. We're not trying to do that. We're not doing a scheme. People can send back. We have people like Crypto Painter, which is like Big Bless that he's in the space too. He has an amazing piece, and people, that are gonna contribute, and then we say give back 5 to 15% depending on where you're at, and he writes back, I'll give back 20 if I sell it, and reserves it at 22 ETH because he's Crypto Painter. Like
that's what they do is you're giving back to the community. That's what I try to do too, is give back to the community as best as you can, because it is that organic growth. I found out every time you extend the olive branch to one person, 4 people follow that one person, then all of a sudden you have 5 new friends. I'm not saying everyone's going to collect it or buy it, but at least they talk about it, and that talking creates discussion. And that's what you guys are doing. What I want to do is I want to reset. You guys have a big day tomorrow, right? So you guys have a huge one.
Yeah. In fact, we're like hitting like these glasses as we mint shit.
Yeah,
we're like celebrating. We're having a
Ding,
minting party. But like we have to literally like freaking mint shit like all night. Like we're gonna be freaking working. This is gonna be a late night. Yeah, for sure.
Well, so it starts tomorrow, September 2nd. I mean, it's almost September 2nd where you guys are at. I mean, it's today for you guys potentially right now. You're a couple minutes away from going down to this.
Yeah.
So we got the keys to crypto right here. I mean, we got live minting on action. You have an open expo tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're opening tomorrow. We're gonna be Ledaña, La Plaga is the local like hero of graffiti. He helped organize the event. Big up to him. La Plaga
huge shout out to La Plaga.
He's done everything. He's been the host. He organized everything. He's done work with J Balvin, with big stars, and it's like a pleasure to just have him be a brother and host us. He's painting live on VR in Oculus with Ledaña, with like this international female superstar graffiti, big mural, fucking gigantic. I think her name is like Neo Gigantic Muralism, and she has her own name. It's like her own thing, her own name.
I've seen a couple of the artists in the Oculus VR. I was fortunate enough, we were able to get, or Voids were able to bring us. I'm a degen into VR. One of the first NFTs in there, but I've been able to see artists paint in VR. It is awesome. I mean,
and we're gonna mint the work. We're gonna mint the work, and it's gonna be collectible. And of course, that's part of what we're pushing. Do your thing, mint it, paint live at your own party that you host, and have that be a piece of your life, be your history, and have it be an asset, and keep on trucking.
We've been doing, actually with Cypher, we've been working with another graffiti with Street Gems, and they have in crypto voxels, they have these virtual graffiti battles. So it was like, why not have a virtual Cypher like rap battle while they're doing the virtual graffiti battle? They're piping the Cypher in to the like King Spray where these the couple graffiti dudes are doing their pieces. So they're listening to the Cypher. We're rapping about some of the stuff they're doing, and they're getting inspired by the raps. And it's just like bringing all this culture together in the metaverse, in the Regaverse here in Medellin. It's just crazy the kind of things that we can do now. So we got to just embrace it and keep pushing. Like what you mentioned about spreading that, like when I started getting into crypto, I had so many people giving me a hand up. Like, whoever it was, the biggest artist at the time, like Josie Bellini, like whoever it was, I could send a DM and be like, oh, I have this question, totally respond, invite on a show. I was like so welcomed and got so much help in so many different ways that I just feel like I have to do that. And what did it do for me? It changed my life,
Yeah, dude, he's a freaking giver. Like you see this kid holding court and like freaking clubhouse and stuff all the time, and like.
But on rap,
this guy's been on like 10-hour clubhouse calls. I mean, what's your longest marathon?
And what do you think of the design? The old school design. How do you
our cipher? 8-hour cipher, which was
8.
It was like 7.5.
Yeah.
Crypto, because we really tried to make it nostalgic. We tried to make it like. We tried to make it like that. That he was, we were speaking to the screen, 95 Windows, open your Windows 95,
Yeah, I mean, like we're almost maybe coming out of the dial-up era of crypto with these dudes.
Right, dude.
Wait,
crypto.
We're almost out of dial-up.
The gas fees. We're in dial-up.
We're in the dial-up days, bro.
I think I dropped you some of the reggaeton, the collectibles. If I don't, we're gonna do it like in a minute. But he's the designer who put all this together. This is Maniatic.co.
Hey, how's it going?
And he's like, Also with
Good,
Chris,
man.
somebody,
Dude, Chris, man, you
Yeah,
should say
come
what's
and
up, man.
make
I thought I
it.
missed you before. Oh, yeah.
show him your-
but yeah, so Maniatic is the creator of like the whole
Nice.
communication we've made, like regarding the Instagram, all the movement, and he's got his own NFTs where he's releasing. He's a lover of reggaeton, and he reps reggaeton hardcore. And perreo is how you dance reggaeton. Perreo that's what it means. And he's brandalized that word in 500 different ways.
Brandalized.
He brandalized that shit hard.
Brandalized
those
the
brands.
brand and vandalized
Yeah, that's the best freaking word for it.
and he's taking that to other levels where he
So
brandalizes the whole party, and then
Got one of his,
in
dude.
the middle of the party they give you some like
Oh,
it's perreo king, and it's a reggaeton. They give you some fries and some burgers. Toleron, reggaeton. Okay, but so he's. You follow him, you'll see what he's done. He's a big person, and he was doing design. And I had my gallery 3 years ago. It's a beautiful story. And I started following him. He'd never done art. He never saw his things as art. And I said, we got to print this out. Maybe you paint a little bit on it, but we just print it, or you do a stencil of it, and then you're a street artist. And what did he do? He started painting in the street.
Yeah.
And then he started a big following and changed his like designer career for like companies to be an independent street artist, which is the same way of the NFT, to just have your own lane.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Yeah, dog.
and
I
he's
think,
created something beautiful. I admire him a ton for all his art, and just give the flowers, when he's to people.
Yeah.
He made the whole campaign. If I'm going to sleep from all the shit I did, he's writing me, I'm missing one artist. Send me the photo. Please send me the photo. And he's like, it's
And making epic freaking NFTs for the
so
show.
his collection, just to chill a little bit, is the history of Pepsi cans with the perreo, with his like brandalization of like the reggaeton into it, and it's the history of a brand, another brand that's very influential.
it's a cool
through his own interpretation, and
it's sick matchup.
to see him become from like a designer that worked for companies, and to be an artist and having shows and have a respect as an artist, and start the brands contacting him and be like, okay, can we pay you to do our
Instead of
thing?
you working for them, they're hiring you.
It shows your validity in the space when that happens, and then I've seen a lot of that with a lot of the people in the industry that have left like the esports side of things, that have turned from designers in the esports side of things into minting their own NFTs because they were sick of making money for the man.
Right.
So now the man's coming back to them, quote unquote, coming back to them, or him or her, this alien ape or zombie, for their talents. And then now these aliens, apes, and zombies are saying, you know what? These talents I can monetize myself and take care of my own friends. And now we're a threat almost to that man. And that's
such a better system.
Sorry, but like this is like bar none the most disruptive freaking wave of technology.
an equalizer.
Like think about it. Like this is gonna maybe like upend the Fang 5. Like a lot of the big tech companies, like just because they have a story arc. Like we know brands don't. These companies don't always stick around forever because shit happens. Like the whole model's changing now.
Well, you're seeing it like with the Campbell Soup drop. They linked that with the significant female artist when they did the Campbell Soup NFT. That was linked with a significant female artist. You're going to see more and more of that. They're going to need that NFT artist to come in there because the crypto natives aren't going to buy that stuff. You got it right there. Crypto natives aren't going to buy that stuff. They're going to buy the stuff that their friends are supporting. They're going to support.
Dude, look at these guys' mashups. Aren't these insane?
Visaje means
The graffiti. How do you say
Visaje
that?
means sketchy.
Vandalism?
So like Visa sketchy.
Yeah.
Babylon, violence, it's perreo.
Fucking vandalism. I thought it was clever. I thought I had something.
Perreo Rochero. I didn't see that one. That's dope.
It's beautiful to see a person come from having to work from the man, not even having nobody acknowledge what they did, that they were art. And then to say like, your art, you got maybe twisted this way, but we give you your art. And then to see now that he's gonna be
Making
like
art out of these brands.
He's gonna make so much shit. He's gonna be dropping like
It's
20
fun
drops
stuff.
a day when he figures out like how to get in. But at the same time, it's scary. And here we don't understand the technology and it's day to day. So it's not the same. It's not like even the $200 to get in the game are like $800. So $800 is like a month of work. So it's not the same. It's not like you gotta understand the math.
But if you sell one NFT, man, like you're saying,
That's why.
life-changing. That changes the whole
Totally.
thing.
That's why Key to Crypto, we're minting their wallets. Everything's going to them. We're taking nothing. We're sending it to them. They send back what they can. We have bigger artists sending bigger percent. We don't care. That money's gonna go to what? To make a book next month, next week. If we do it, we make a book. Everybody gets a book of this like iconic moment of bubbling South America, because there's people from Argentina, there's people from Iran, there's people. So we're gonna get we really mixed it up so that people are gonna we're gonna get a lot of people hearing about all these things, the punks, this, the avatar, the apes, everybody, the zombies. I love how you say that. I'm gonna steal that now. I'm gonna start just saying that.
Dude, that's the best.
And we're doing onboarding sessions throughout the whole next like 5 days.
It's
So
onboard.
Dude,
people will be
Live
getting
is
wallets.
onboard now.
Crypto
made.
Guardian Angel.
So yeah, people are coming. They're getting their MetaMask wallet set up. Maybe they're not comfortable to mint. We mint it for them. We sell it. We send over some ETH or some Matic or whatever it is, and boom! All of a sudden, they have something where now they have a wallet. They have some crypto. They can then mint a piece on their own, and they're starting the journey.
That's all you
I
can
love
do.
that too. Like when it's someone's first mint, I'm like, that's your hello world
Yeah.
shit right there, baby. Like I totally like feel that vibe.
And a
Every
lot
time
of
I tell
people.
someone like
And we're gonna that
Put it out
first
there.
mint. Exactly. We're gonna put it so that first mint makes them open their own OpenSea. And they understand the technology. They got the money. Now they're free to do it. Wake up every day and be part of the game, or not. And then they'll figure it out, and then we'll let them do it. But that's it.
And
So
then
know
when they
that
get their
everything
first-
that we say.
And then when they get their first airdrop, and then they get to maybe sell it or trade it up, and then it's just like they'll understand, and then you guys are changing lives one at a time.
Every artist.
And
Every
they get
artist,
the keys.
every
which
artist
is,
gets 6 keys.
Yeah.
So everybody that participated, no matter the rank, the famous, the minor, the nothing, everybody gets 6 keys. They want to sell them, or they keep them. They'll always be part of the crew. If at some point they sold their keys, we'll give them a key always.
And then you
They'll
got the
always be part of
second
the
tier
crew, but
key.
We're family.
We've got also we've got the gold key that goes to all the artists. They get multiples, like the crew will all get some. And then we've got a silver key that's going to go to anybody that comes to the event.
Just
We'll
download
set
it
them up.
with
We'll set them up a MetaMask wallet. We'll walk them through, and we'll send them this key, right? And that key, it won't have quite as much benefit, as the gold key that gets you some extra VIP stuff and maybe more periodic drops. But that silver key will also get you, you'll get some goodies. So it's pretty dope.
And that's what I love to hear, is getting those things away. Boys, we're gonna wrap this up right here.
Thank you, man. This has been.
All right, let's tomorrow you guys have a big day, so you guys got to get some sleep at some point, but you're probably just gonna grind on through, because I know the type. You guys are ready and roaring to go. I love what you're doing. It's the whole educational aspect of it. You got your crew around you. I mean, you're bringing everyone in. I feel it. Much love. You know what? After you guys digest this after the weekend, you know what? I want to talk to some of these key holders. I also want to track this space as well. They're always invited live on here. We can do rap battles, as you can see.
Jack through, you were killing
Get a
it.
little
Yeah.
flow, and we can get a little game going. We can get spotty Wi-Fi on here.
Yeah, Spotty's come through to some of our ciphers too.
Yeah.
Dude, we should all kill it, man. I got to get a punk avatar freaking flex thing.
Oh yeah, I was telling him you got the avatar.
I got to figure.
You got to get
You
that.
guys got it. But you know what? Right now, it's Crypto Novo saying stay positive and love.
Thanks
love.
so much, man. Much love.
Yeah, much
Thank you,
love.
Crypto.
Thanks
Be
so
safe.
much.